Welcome back, everyone. Let's go. Let's go. I had lost all my energy. Before I knew it, I was at my base. I didn't have clear memories of how I'd gotten back here after failing to die on Yamanote Street.
このコンテナって誰がどうやってここまで運んだんだろう
A question that hadn't so much as occurred to me before now. When I thought about it anew, all these things that seemed a tad odd to me kept catching my notice. They increasingly concerned me. Once I closed the door, the room's interior went pitch black. Leaning up against the door, I stood motionless. All that echoed through the quiet room was the sound of my PC's fan humming and the sound of my shallow breathing. I thought maybe in the darkness I wouldn't have to be as conscious of my hideous self, but it had the reverse effect. In part because I couldn't see anything, and it was so very quiet. The cruel things Remy had said to me played on endless repeat in my head.
あなたは妄想の存在なんだよ。
My own moans sounded helplessly repellent to me. It gave me nausea. Given that I was already repulsive enough, I'd be beyond saving if my existence itself were the stuff of a freak show. I wanted to disappear. Tripping over the trash scattered across the floor, I crept my way toward the back of the room. I switched on the light, driving away the darkness. I grabbed the Serotan figure, post-awakening version, that had caught my eye just then, and collapsed into my chair. I embraced Serotan, holding her to my chest. She was very small, and very hard. She wasn't breathing, and she wouldn't say anything to me. She didn't have the warmth of a 3D girl. Even so, I only had Serotan now. Yo, you know what she said about having delusions, man? Remy had left me. Nanami was missing. Senna had attacked me. Kozupi hadn't protected me. Yuo was my enemy. And Ayase was in the hospital. They were the only girls whose names I knew, and none of them would do anything for me. Reality wasn't easy. They couldn't care less about a monster like me. I clenched Serotan with trembling hands. Harder, harder, perhaps enough to break her. I wanted to disappear.
消えなくたってこれまでタッキーは存在感ゼロだったっしょ。
The depths of my chest ached with pain. To think even Serotan would say such awful things to me. Hold on, I gotta take a drink here, because the coughing fits have been real. You might want to do something about those protruding nipples, by the way. Seems like an awful disease. For them to be rock solid, that they would go through leather.
ひどいことも何も本当のことだよ。消えたいとか言ってるくせに図星疲れたぐらいでへこむんだ。
Fucking destroyed, kid.
タッキーはさ、この1ヶ月ぐらい調子に乗ってたよね。周りの人たち、特に女子だよね。可愛い子たちとリア充みたく話すようになっちゃって。
She said the word ryaju, which is the word, like you've got otaku and you've got ryaju. And otaku call people who are successful in real life and talk to real people and interact with them all day. Ryaju, real people. So the more you know. There is an otaku word, a general Japanese word for people who are not otaku, but it's only used by otaku. If that makes sense to you. As far as I know, I'm not your local weeaboo master of the Japanese language. I know a bit of it, and I know decent amounts of it, but I don't know all the connotations that went up.
それまではさ、友達なんて一人もいなくて引きこもってたのに。でも逆に考えれば、またその頃みたいな生活に戻るってだけなんさ。
This is true. Going back?
そう、戻る。誰とも会っちゃダメ。誰も信じちゃダメ。本物なのか偽物なのかとかどうでもいい。そんなの誰にも証明できないし、タ タッキーは私だけ見てればいいさ。前はそれだけで十分幸せだったっしょ。そう感じなくなっちゃったのはタッキーに近づいてきたあの女子たちのせいだよ。あんなアバズレビッチどもとはさ、会わない方がいいって絶対。
そうか、そういうことか。
They were the ones in the wrong. The people who tried to associate with me, the ones like Rimi, it was all their fault. I hadn't done anything wrong. I'll shut myself in again. I'll stay here, in an anonymous existence, surrounded by my wives, Saratan foremost among them. It'll all be okay like that, Saratan.
そういうこと。タッキーは私が幸せにしてあげる。
Yeah, there's only one problem. Senna, who is desperately out to kill you, knows where you live. Saratan said merrily as she lay in my hand. I loathed myself for making her say it. I'm way beyond noxious. I wanted to die more and more. Yikes, boy. Oh shit, let's fucking figure it out. Is it Sua who is being a douche? At night, hints of a human presence rapidly faded from hospitals. It was like that. Oh, wait, hold on. It was like they had taken an excess of life and death during the day and were using this time to regain their balance. Hospitals at this time of night bore neither the scent of life nor the scent of death. All that existed there was an empty tranquility. Bun had to smile ruefully at how odd he himself was, thinking such a thing. But that aside, he found it to be especially quiet today. It still shouldn't have been time for lights out yet, but the illumination in the corridors had been turned off, and he couldn't see a single nurse. Since the moment he set foot in the lobby, Bun had been keenly feeling a bad premonition. He had no basis for it. It was what people call a detective's intuition. But my intuition is usually on the money, isn't it? Yeah, we still haven't seen that fucked up nurse that was really fucking creepy. She was talking to herself. She probably is the one. She has to be the new Gen perpetrator, right? Because she was totally talking to herself about insanity and stuff. Yeah, it has to be her. Maybe, in order to distract himself from that premonition, he had ended up thinking about things that one might even call curiously spiritual. Yeah, it has to be that nurse. I mean, she killed the doctor she worked for. Yeah, it has to be. While taking a cab to this hospital, he dialed Sua's cell many times. It never went through, however, and that itself plainly demonstrated the danger of this junior's situation. He couldn't afford a dawdle. He had to find where in this vast hospital Sua was being held as fast as possible and rescue him. Plus, he had to do it without catching the kidnapper's notice. The sound of footsteps would echo off linoleum floors. Holy fuck. Rereading. The sound of footsteps would echo off linoleum floors. Before entering the lobby, Bun had taken off the leather shoes he'd been wearing. What the fuck is this, PlayerUnknown's Battleground? Winter was pressing close at hand in the current season. Bun couldn't help but shudder at the chill that came up from the floor, passing through his socks. What the fuck, is that Yua? The sliding noise of the automatic doors at the entrance resounded through the lobby. Next came the voice of a girl calling Bun's name. Oh, you fucking creepy ass motherfucking bitch. Why would you do this? Seeing Kusunoki Yua come in the lobby, Bun went speechless with surprise. He hastily dashed up to her. Yua anxiously ran her eyes deep behind her glasses around the area.
おい、なんでついてきたんだ。身を隠せって言っただろうね。
すみません。でも、私。
Bun looked around for Momose, but she wasn't anywhere. Awakening to the fact that this girl had come on her own, he scratched his head, his face perplexed.
今すぐ戻れ。これは遊びじゃねえんだぞ。
それは分かっているつもりです。
分かってるなら帰るんだ。
Oh. Fuck. I right-clicked in my fear of Shogun. At that moment, they heard a creaking sound from the hallway extending beyond the lobby. A dim, empty corridor. From the center of it rolled a wheelchair without anyone to sit in it, advancing on Ban and Yua. Almost simultaneously, there also came a sound of someone sprinting up the stairs.
とにかくユアちゃんは帰れ。いいな。
Bun already started running as he warned her. He climbed the stairs, chasing the footsteps without listening to their answer. He carried himself with such swiftness, one couldn't possibly have envisioned it from his usual lack of enthusiasm. Wow, all the way on the roof? Chasing the footsteps led him to the roof of the outpatient building. Like a garden, it had been provided with plantings. Doubtless it was a space for helping to soothe patients, but unfortunately, it didn't seem to come with nighttime lighting, and he couldn't see what kind of flowers were growing there. Also, since there was the roof and all, it had quite a strong wind. Short of breath, Bun quickly studied his surroundings. The man who'd made the footsteps had definitely fled here, but now his form had unexpectedly disappeared. Did he do a neat job of luring me up here? As he ran away, the man made so much noise it sounded almost deliberate. The only thing it could signify was that he'd been attempting to entice Bun to follow him. Bun didn't have his gun with him at the moment, uneasy about being unarmed. He searched for something that would make a likely weapon, but he didn't find anything suitable. He sucked in a breath. Sweat was seeping from his forehead, and he wiped it away with his fingers. One step at a time, he continued toward the center of the rooftop on the garden. Little fuck, I fucked that up, but whatever. From the shadows of the plantings to the shadows of the benches, there were potential hiding spots all over the place. Bun honed all his nerves, so as to be able to respond no matter which direction he got attacked from. Alright guys, it's time for a sip. Alright, to be honest with you guys, I think this might be the last or second to last episode I recorded. This is fucking killing my voice. The center of the garden was a round plaza, and a number of benches were set up along its outskirts. He squinted at each one of them in turn, and he found a suspicious object resting on top of one of them amongst them. Paying even more careful attention to his surroundings, Bun slowly walked up to that bench. As he approached, the object's shape grew distinct enough for him to recognize it. Oh. Darth Helmet. Or Darth Spider, what was it? Yeah, Darth Spider. Darth Helmet. It was about as large as a soccer ball, round, black. A human's decapitated head. Bun had taken charge of dismembered homicide cases a number of times, and this evoked in him past memories of seeing the same thing in photographs. His sense of foreboding was growing stronger and stronger. When he thought about how it might be suicide, fury and aggravation at the criminal rose in him, simmering. Bun ground his back teeth together, and he went further toward the bench. The object there remained motionless. The cold night wind blew past him. That was when Bun heard a gunshot. The suddenness made him flinch. Normally he was supposed to lower his body and look in the direction the sound came from, but he couldn't even carry out those actions. No. To put it more accurately, there was no longer any need for him to carry out such actions. Feeling a burning pain in his chest, Bun touched his hand to it. A damp sensation. Something was pouring out of him. The unique scent of blood. Pain, which his brain had begun to acknowledge little after the gunshot. He'd been shot. The instant he became aware of this, his leg went limp. Shit, boy. Unable to stand, he fell there. He fell there. Shoulders first. It has to be the fucking nurse, dude. Or maybe it's Bun. It's Sua. This looks like Sua to me. This jacket he was wearing, the blue jacket. We're obviously zoomed in, counting all the pixels here, so we're definitely going to have a zoom out shot. Alright. The footsteps from before approached him. Desperate, Bun looked up at the man with eyes that were already beginning to fog over. A black shadow, holding a handgun. The darkness kept him from recognizing that face.
Ah.
Alright, there's Sua. A voice.
手を引けって言ったのに。
He'd heard it before.
残念っすよ、先輩。
Sua Mamoru said mockingly, walking past the clumsily fallen Bun.
すわがお前が俺を。
そうっす。いやー、祝初発砲ってところっすか？
Grinning, Sua casually picked up the object and sat on the bench.
ちなみに先輩、やけにこれに注目してたっすけど、そんなに珍しかったんすか？ダーススパイダーのヘルメット。
Coming back up to Bun's side, Sua held the black helmet in front of Bun's eyes, as though to flaunt it.
ざまねえ。
As Bun smiled bitterly, most of his sight has already turned hazy. The sensation at the ends of his limbs had gone terribly cold. His chest hurt, but it wasn't agonizing. He sensed the presence of an intense gaze, but he'd lost the ability to determine whether it was coming from Sua or from another person. Knowing his life would only hold out a few more minutes, Bun forced his body to roll over on his back as it grew rapidly heavier and heavier. Once he sprawled there where the limbs splayed out, the night sky appeared above him. But it was cloudy, and he couldn't see the stars. Then again, even if the stars had come out, he'd already lost the ability to see them. As he coughed, hold on. As he coughed, God damn it. As he coughed, the taste of blood spread through his mouth. I cannot read that sentence.
そうお前はバカだ。まだガキでどうしようもないくらいのバカなデカだ。だが俺はお前のこと結構飼ってた。
自分は先輩が鬱陶しくてしょうがなかったっすよ。
まあ気持ちはわかる。
Bun's breathing steadily grew shallower. Air leaked from his throat with a hissing sound. His eyes no longer seized on anything.
何者なんだお前。
Bun's final question as his consciousness faded away. Sua answered it while pointing the barrel of the gun down at him.
魔法使いっす。
バカが。
At some point, the wind had stopped. In the midst of the abruptly calm darkness, two figures went still. But that too lasted only for a moment. Is he going to double tap? Sua's fingers slowly tightened around the trigger.
先輩に信仰の救いあれ。
Oh, he's part of the church. So he knows Sua is part of the Holy Church. Alright, calm down there, Nishijo. I'll just let you type your thing. You keep typing that kill me stuff. I'll take a sip of my drink and we'll call this an episode real soon. I think I might actually have to click myself. Oh no. Grimson. Grimson has entered the room. Alright, I said I gotta sneeze while I sneeze. I'll try to make that really silent and try to let you guys hear that so it doesn't blow your fucking eardrums out. Alright, Grimson entered the room. Let's see what he has to say. Kill me. Alright, seems like a bad idea, dude. Gotta sneeze again. Oh my goodness. Alright, dude, you're making typos again. Lol, what? Kill me. Let's typo again. Okay, kill me. Now you got all emo? Lol. Kill me. Or did the real life girl reject you? Let me tell you something good. Alright, watch this fucking blow my mind. If you stay a virgin till you're 30, you'll be able to use magic. My god, I'm looking to be a fucking magician real soon then. In fucking 3 years. Alright, whatever, dude. You keep flipping and shit, dude. Just a piece of trivia. While I'm at it, alright, I want to get this fucking shit out of the way before we could. The Shibuya Scramble Crossing. Oh, new gen? Again? Let's watch it, dude. Let's watch this shit happen. They say something big's gonna start there about an hour. Alright, dude, you keep spamming that shit. You might as well copy paste it if you're gonna type. Jesus fucking Christ. My god, just copy past the man. Go to the party then. You're a setup, so you'll be the center of everyone's attention. If you're there, they might do you a favor and kill you, I shut off the monitor and hugged my knees in my chair.
僕を殺してよ
I swear I heard Nanami for a second there.
誰か
In my hand was my sole ally, Saratan. Saratan, I mean, what?
おーい開けろ
She said, hey, open up. Because I'd been gripping her with my sweat-drenched hand for a while, her slender limbs had become completely damp, and her arm had gotten all bent out of shape.
ほら開けろ
This voice. It couldn't be. How?
鬼
I hadn't misheard it. Out of the girls who visited this base, there was only one imbecile who yelled at the top of her lungs from outside like this. Nanami had come. And I was somewhat surprised at myself for experiencing absolutely no deep emotion in response. Whatever, it doesn't matter, was what I began to think. Nothing would change just because Nanami had come over here now. Besides, there was nothing especially mysterious about her coming here. Hadn't Rumi said something about going off to save her?
開けないとひどいんだからね
Her noisiness ticked me off, leaving a monster like me in peace. Nanami was only thinking about her own right hand, not that I had any idea what had become of it. I couldn't get in the mood to talk with other people anymore.
鬼
Bro. But it was so goddamn loud. I heaved myself out of my chair, and headed for the door. The distance between me and that door felt horribly far. I realized I was afraid of seeing Nanami. Yeah, with her hand and whatnot being cut off.
やっと出てきた。
Alright, looks like it's really fucking happened. Oh no, it
生
didn't.
存確認。
Hey, you got your hand. As I opened the door, Nanami waved her hand with a smile. I froze because Nanami's attitude was all too ordinary, because her energy level was all too usual. And because I saw that there was a white bandage wrapped around her right wrist after all. Wait, is there? I don't see anything. This just looked like her blazer. Alright, we'll save it. We've been going on way too long right now. Alright, there we go. We got that save, boy. Yeah, boy. Oh, fuck. Well, shit. Thank you so much for watching. And here's a question for everyone. Before I quit the episode, let's see if anyone's actually watching. Before I quit the episode, would you guys like me to post the good ending? Because you can only get ending 1. You can only get the good ending in your first playthrough, but you can get the super good ending in your second playthrough. And I can just skip all of the things and whatnot and show you the final ending. But I want to know if you guys want to see that good ending, because I don't think it's on YouTube, ? It might be. So please, by all means, let me know. You want to see the true ending, the AA ending, after I beat the game on A ending? Yes, no, please let me know. Haha. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.